Hi friends, welcome to Happy Days or Tech Solutions. So today we'll see how to deploy and Azure services to Azure account using Azure account pipelines and how to deploy these services. So there would be Azure provided multiple services here. We can see virtual machines, app services, then we can deploy service bus, then key vaults. There are multiple services are there. So this is called in Azure cloud, we can call it as a infrastructure. So these are the infrastructure services we are using for our applications. Like we can say if we are running our applications on Azure SQL databases or like Kubernetes, Docker. So there would be the multiple services, IoT hubs and service bus, logic apps. So these are the multiple services provided by Azure. So we can use as per our requirement. So here we'll see today how to deploy and service bus. Service bus is the queue service, messaging service. Queue messaging service is provided by the Azure. So it's like a Kafka or queue messaging. So it is provided by the Azure services, and by this service bus we can use the messaging in the microservices. We can send the queues. We can create the topics. So manually we used to create from here. So we have to mention our resource group and our location and service bus namespace, what the name we have to give. And here we have which premium, basic or standard version we have to select. So it's a like we can say we can create this manually, but if we want actually we are writing a pipeline, Azure pipeline to deploy an application. So when we are deploying this application, at the time only before deploying this application, it should deploy our service. Like we can say service bus, it should deploy. So for my application I need the Azure service bus. So in that case, what should we can do? So before deploying an application, we should deploy our service bus, correct? So in this case, we will see here how to deploy service bus using the ARM templates. ARM templates are like Azure Resource Managers. It is provided by the Azure. If you want to get this Azure ARM templates, we can Google out. Actually, we can go to the GitHub. So ARM, you see Azure ARM templates, we can search and then we can go here in the GitHub. So Azure provided some Kickstart templates are there. So here you will get all the templates like regarding Kubernetes, Key Vault, and as per the requirement, like there are for the Key Vault also there are multiple templates they are providing here. So if I will go here for the Key Vault, we can say create application gateway v2 with the Key Vault. So they are creating the application gateway with the Key Vault. So in my case, we are doing service bus. So here we are checking service bus. So we can check here service bus template we will get somewhere. So by this is the way that we will get all the templates and we can download this. So by this way only I downloaded one template is the service bus. So it will provide if you go to the any template of service bus or any template, you will get the deploy.json and parameter.json. So these two files are very important when we are deploying the ARM templates. So in these templates, what we have to do, we need the Azure deploy.json. So this deploy.json is provided all the specific content for the deployment of our infrastructure. So this we have to copy from here. So by this copying this, we can copy this content and we can upload to our Git repository. So by this way, and there is one more parameter.json. In the parameter.jsons, we need to give the values like for the service bus, what is the workspace name and service bus name and all the stuff like whatever the job we are creating. So this type of the things we have to do. For now, I created one deploy.json and parameter.json here. So if I see this is my deploy.json. So here are only two variables I'm passing here. So as per our requirement, I just want to create a service bus name, and in that I just want to create one particular queue for the service bus. Or if you want to create topic, we can pass the topic parameter here. So for now we need to create the queue. So service bus queue name I'm passing here, basic queue, and service bus is the name I'm passing here. So whatever name you want to pass, you can pass here. Service bus test we can pass, and we can save. Then here if you want to do the topic, so here instead of this queue name we can give the topic para topic variable, and we can deploy the topics. So first of all, we'll go to the Azure DevOps. Now here I created one infrastructure project for this, and in this infrastructure project we have the repository. So I have some content I have to check into the repository. There is some content, and for this I just want to uh, just check in the code. So we'll just first check in the code for this service bus for now. So let's check in the code for the service bus. There is a infrastructure, and I will check in this deploy.json and parameter.json. Service template push. So here I'm pushing the code. That's it. So my code is pushed to Azure repository. If we refresh, we'll get here. So now we have to create a pipeline for this. So we'll go to the pipeline and we'll create a new pipeline for this. So actually, as I checked in my code to the Azure repository, so I'm selecting Azure repository. If other repositories you want to select, the last video I shared about how to connect this GitHub with the Azure pipeline. So in the project setting, we have to go and we have to create the connection for the GitHub to pass the username and password, and by that we can connect any other Git whatever we have provided. So currently we are going to the Azure Grid. Infrastructure is our master plan. So starter pipeline we will take first. So in this case, actually, I will just tell you about how to deploy and how to create the jobs also. So first of all, what we will do, we'll see how to deploy our application and how to create the jobs. So here I can pass the variables and all the stuff as per my requirement. So if I just want to deploy, first we'll create a task for this. So there is a ARM template task is provided by. So here resource by the resource group we are deploying. So I am selecting subscription ID it will select, and we are create or update. So if you want to delete the resource group, we can do that. But here if the resource group already created, it will just check and it will deploy the application. So from starting in the resource group also I'm selecting central US, here linked artifact, and here I'm just want to pass, like we can say there is one folder in service bus. So in the service bus there is a deploy.json is there. So by that we have to write service bus slash deploy.json, and here I have to do param.json, and here the way would be the incremental way. Incremental means it will get an incremental mode. So if you want to validate, then it will only validate that. First we have to create, so we are selecting the incremental. If you want to validate, then we can validate, or if you want to complete, we can make a complete. So these are the modes that is provided here. If we go in the advanced, so we have to this access service principal, and we can add this task. So the task is added here. You can see here it's the incremental way, and the service bus slash deploy.json is file folder structure I mentioned. So now we are good to go for this. So I'll save and run. Let's see how it is getting deployed. Okay, so it's asking for the permission before run this. So we just need to give permission for the service principals or a service connection. So we have to permission would grant, and after granting this permission, it will start the running the job. So it will take a few minutes to deploy this application. So you can see here Azure Resource Manager is working with the template, and it will take some time and it will get deployed. Also after this we will see how to write the application deployment.yaml, Azure YAML. So there would be some issues there. Let's see what it is saying. At least one resource deployment operation failed. Please list deployment details. So here would be some error for the deployment is failed. So we'll solve this. So now we'll go back to our parameter, and we'll change the parameter here. So if we see here, I changed with service bus Nestle. By changing this parameter of name, I think it will get deployed, because when we'll see most of the times when we are deploying, if the name is existing for this service bus name was existed, that's why it was not getting deployed. So if these cases are happening, then we can change the name. So this name should be the unique when we are passing. So there would be the in the cloud, it will check the specific cloud of particular location, that what location we mentioned, the central US or South India. So it will get and it will check there. So for now what we'll do, we'll change this name once again. So for this Nestle is there, service bus Nestle. So we'll just mention something before it. So we'll mention the taste, service bus Nestle taste. So we'll commit again, and then when pipeline get triggered. So let's see. It will take some time. So I'll just before pipeline, I'll delete first, and now we'll check the current pipeline now after changing that. So it will take some time to get deploy. For creating service bus, it will take few minutes actually, 1 or 2 minutes it will take, and then it will finish the job. So like this way we can deploy this ARM template for service bus. Okay, so I came to the Azure portal and I refresh. So here we can able to see our pipeline Azure bus is creating. It's not yet created. So let's wait. Okay, let's complete your job. Okay, so it's done. Let's get deployed. So now we'll see. Now we'll check service bus. Okay, so we'll refresh it and we'll go here. Okay, so if we can see here, service bus Nestle test is created, and now we'll go to the queue. The queue name we gave something basic queue. So the queue is also created here. So like this way we can create this infrastructure, and now we'll see how to create a pipeline using the particular stages. If I want to create multiple stages pipeline, if I want to deploy multiple resources, so it should be a particular dynamic. So I can give the conditions here. I can write properly the pipeline. So first of all, we'll declare variables here. Variables, you can see here we got. Then this is the node for this. Then we'll write key for run job. So we can give any type of variable. So I'm just giving the run job because I just want to run particular job. So after that we have to create particular stages for this. So first I will write the stages. I will define stages, then I will define one stage for this. So the stage is infra, I can give. Then we'll display name. I just want to display a name for this build stage. So it will display at the time of running job in the logs of our pipeline. So here I'll create multiple jobs. That's why I'm giving jobs. Then later I will create one job for this. That would be a service bus. Service bus is one job I am creating. Then for this also I give display name because the service bus is running, it will show in the pipeline service bus hyphen job. So I just declared a job here, and yes, so we declared the service bus job. Now we'll declare the steps. So steps is already there, and we just do a little move because it's showing the yellow warning. Yellow line is the warning line because it should be in the step. And now you can see it's under these steps. Then under these steps we have one particular task. So it should be follow the spaces and all the stuff. We need to follow this. Now there is the part with the condition. So I'll write the condition here. Condition I'll keep. So how we can write the condition, that we will see. If there is a successful job, then it should succeeded. Then we will show it. First of all, we'll write this. So it will calculate the equals. Then we are mentioning as a dollar double quote. So now I'll tell you what is the meaning of this. Variables dot run job. I think I declared here, right? Variables or run job. So we'll copy from there only. If my mistake would be there, small letter, capital letter. won't take, and now we have to declare the variables in the dollar sign, like it will take a Linux format, like you can see how we are defining in the Linux. So before this we have to make a true. So this would be the condition we can write. So the condition would come under this input. Whenever it is showing yellow line, we just need to check it should in the proper manner. So inputs is a condition would come into the inputs only. So and succeeded, then it will check the equality, and variables dot run job is true, then only it will get run. If it is false, or this is we are making a false, then this we are making a false, then it won't get run. So for now we will see for the true case, and we will run this job, and let's see, it will take some time to deploy. The ARM templates is like we can say if my same service bus is deployed and we are deployed again and again. If it is existing service bus, it won't deploy again and again. That is the best part of the ARM template. So Azure Resource Manager, whatever the task we selected for this Azure Resource Manager, it will work for it. So if there is an existing service bus is there, it won't deploy. If not, then only it will get deployed. Also, as per the condition in the pipeline, we can see we mentioned we mentioned that resource group and all the stuff at the time of selecting this task, right? So it will check all the things. If it is already existing, then it won't create. It will update in that. If it is not, then it will create or update the resource group. If I am giving the different resource group here, it will create the resource group. Then in that resource group, the location it will get selected at the time of creation resource group central US, and then it will create the service bus for that job. So like this way, these are the pipelines would work with the Azure ARM template. So let's see about this. It will take some time to get deployed. We'll wait for that. So we can see a resource group exists. It's true. It's check first. The ARM template will check first, then it's check the subscription, then resource groups, then it will check the deploy JSON parameters, and it will validate and get deployed. So like this way we can do, and after deploying this we'll check the false condition. So like that way, actually if once application is get deployed, then we can make that condition as a false, and we can try out. So that's why we are writing the condition, how to write the condition in the YAML we are checking here. Because if first time we are deploying application, so below this we can write the task for deploy application, and we can deploy the application. If we don't need to deploy here, so we can make it the false. Also for this run job we can make environment variables, that also here we can do. So if you go to the variables, new variable, we can create the value like run job. So in the run job there would we have to create a particular variable, like we can say condition we can mention here instead of true. Then we can add here the same condition, and the value we can mention true or false. So it will directly go to that particular run job. If not, then we can pass through key vault also. So it's providing the validation and all the stuff for the key vaults also. So by the key vault also we can make it out this variable things. I'll show you that also. So if you go to the triggers, it will go to the settings in the application. Let it refresh first. So like this way we can write our pipelines. So you can see here variables. If I want to connect with the key vault, So I can link the group. So link variable group. So there is no keyword or variable group we created. So for that we have to manage variables, and after that we can add here variable group using linked Azure keyword variables. If we link, there would be the keyword name, list of the keyword name will come here after selecting the subscription. So there is no keyword from our side in our Azure portal, so it's not coming. If there is, then we can get that particular keyword here, like Azure keyword test. So like this way we can pass the, we have to authorize this and all the stuff we have to check. So like this way we can do using the environment variable. So we'll go directly to the YAML to concentrate our application YAML. Now it will take some time to get deployed. Till that I will show you how to pass here false. So I'll pass here and then again we'll save it. This multiple jobs will run here because because for the false it won't take multiple job most of the time because it will directly skip mentioned as a false. That's why. So we can see we mentioned as a false. So this condition is evaluating here, evaluating as a success, false and true. So false and true are not equals. So that's why result is the false. So like this way we can skip this to deployment using that. So if I want to run service bus job and if I don't want to run the, see, you can see that job also that where we mentioned true, that also is done when it's get deployed. It was existing, that's why it's not getting deployed multiple times. You can see this latest is only one here, but we deploy multiple times. So like this way we can check, and we can write pipelines. I'll mention this pipeline scenario, the stages in the description, or I'll mention one particular blog link. There I'll mention this application about YAML, azure-pipline.yaml, and you can deploy using like this. So thanks for watching this video, and if you like, please like the video and subscribe to our channel Happy Day Techno Solutions and Trainings. Thanks all of you.